Today in How to Loom Knit, we'll be working the U-knit stitch. This is lesson 3.2. Welcome to GoodKnit Kisses. We're all about helping you stitch your love and love your stitches. Remember that we covered all 4 of the different knit stitches on the previous video, so click down on the link below to understand the properties. In this video, we'll be covering just how to make the stitch. Let's get started on the U-wrap stitch. For this video, you're going to need to cast on 22 stitches. I'm going to demonstrate on this loom over here. Go ahead and start casting on. It doesn't matter if you're doing the chain cast on, the double E-wrap, or if you do the E-wrap flat. Pause your video and meet me back up for working the stitch. Well, we're ready to work on the U-knit stitch. This is one of my favorites. I use this one all the time, especially when I'm doing some tests and things. The stitch starts off similar to the flat knit. You're just simply going around the front of the stitch, but you're doing one at a time. And I'm going to pull it all the way back. And if you look at the loom this way, you can see that the yarn comes here and goes all the way back like a U shape, okay? So we're just going to knit over, up and over. So my trick to keep it nice and loose is I'll put one finger in the back of that stitch, and then I'll take my yarn and go around the next peg and then hold it now in the back of that stitch. So now what it's doing is it's not pulling this stitch too tight that I just previously did, and I can go ahead and knit off the next stitch and keep it nice and loose. When I'm ready to move on to the next one, I can go around and keep it loose by putting my finger and U-wrap the next stitch, hold it, and knit this way. Now, when I'm going the opposite direction, I do something a little bit different because I can hold it different, but a lot of times when here, let me see if I can do it on the table and show you. A lot of times when I come around like this, I'll hold it, knit over, and then I'll put my loom pick this way, like right on it, and then go like this. Okay, so it's like the loom pick is holding it in the back, and then my finger will hold it in a second when I can let go, and then I knit off. Okay, so when I'm kind of on my in my lap or whatever, I actually kind of hold it on my chest or my tummy or whatever, and then do it this way. It's harder for me to do it on the table, like in the air like this, but that's kind of how I do it. And then if I'm coming from the other direction, sometimes it's easier. So let me go from the other direction and show you. So just lift up and over, do the last stitch, up and over, and then we're going to come back in the other direction and go around it. Same thing, except now it's going the other way, up and over. Okay, see, now you can see how my tool is back here and I can hold on to it. Now I can wrap with this other hand and hold it, and then knit off. So it's slightly different motion when I'm coming back. And if I pull it too tight, I can just kind of pull on the back of that yarn and make sure that there's plenty of slack. Okay, see that? And once you get in a motion of working these stitches over and over, you will get a rhythm, whatever works best for you. Okay, and keep going. If you find that you're too tight in the beginning, you can kind of pull on that yarn after you do it. So say like I did this one, but I see that these are a little tight. I can kind of give myself a little more slack and come out here and tug on them a little bit. Kind of like we talked about in tightening up our cast on. You can certainly do that, okay? If you knit it like this, kind of like an L shape, and knit off like that, it actually becomes more like a flat knit stitch, and it's very easy to do. And that's what I used to do, because I would just be in a hurry and I would just do this like this. Well, see, now I'm trying to make myself do that, but like I would do this, and so I'm actually kind of pulling it tight. So you can do this when you're flat knitting. It's not a full U, and in order to get the stitches closer to the needle size, you'll need to go all the way. All right, troubleshooting. As you saw in our previous video for flat knitting, all you have to do is pull up on that stitch and then pull forward, and you can undo that stitch and lift it off. Or you can just grab the stitch and lift up and over and pull down. I prefer pulling upward on the loop like this to get that stitch off, because it's the less that I have to put my hook into some kind of already made stitch. I might snag the yarn this way, and I think it's better to touch it less. Okay. The ones on the end, though, I end up using my pick a lot because they're harder to do. So anyway, that's how you make that. All right, you know the stitch and you know the drill. Now we're at homework time. For the U-knit stitch, I want you to knit 34 rows. So it's still the 22 stitches, knit 34 rows. All right, go ahead and take it off of the loom with your scrap yarn, and I'll meet you for the next video. Again, be sure and click on that link in the description and subscribe with notifications for new lessons. We'll have more on our website if you missed something. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Thanks for joining us today, where we help you stitch your love and love your stitches. See you again soon.